Good evening, my friend. I want to ask you a question, a deep, introspective question that I hope you'll think about, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Would you trade your destiny for a ring? You see, many good, bright, capable people do just that. And if you're not careful, if you're not intentional, you might be one of them. They wake up one morning, years after feeling lost. They wonder where their light went, where their dreams went, where their purpose went. They look at themselves in the mirror and ask, how did I get here? Is this all there is? They don't even recognize the person they've become because they've buried their true desires under layers of compromises, expectations, and yes, sometimes love. And here is the painful truth, my friend. Love is beautiful, but it can blind you to your purpose if you're not careful. I know you might be thinking, how can love ever be something that holds me back? You may feel like love is the one thing that fuels you, keeps you going. But have you stopped to ask yourself whether your love is pushing you forward or pulling you back? You see, there is a myth in society, this societal script that we all fall into, that the ultimate goal is to find a partner, get married, wear the ring, have the family, and live happily ever after. But let me ask you, what if that is not your story? What if your story, your legacy, is meant to be something greater? What if your real purpose is far beyond the walls of a home or the confines of a relationship? I know it sounds strange, almost radical, but bear with me for a moment. Think about it. How often do we get so consumed by the idea of love, by the idea of being complete with someone else, that we forget about the most important relationship we have in this life? And that's the relationship with ourselves, the relationship with our calling, our own mission. Do we ever stop to ask, what am I truly here for? What is my purpose beyond being a partner, a spouse, a mother, or a father? In a world that celebrates love as the ultimate goal, we often forget that purpose is just as vital, if not more. Think about all the people who've gotten swept up in a romantic relationship only to find themselves later feeling empty, unfulfilled, or disconnected from who they truly are. What happens when the love fades? What happens when you realize you've given up everything, your dreams, your ambitions, your passions, just to meet someone else's needs or follow someone else's vision? You've heard the stories. You may have lived it. Your career, the career you were passionate about, the dreams you had of traveling the world, writing that book, making the impact, they all slip away, one compromise at a time. One, I'll do that tomorrow, after another, until one day you wake up and realize that your life looks nothing like you imagined. And here is the most painful part. You don't even know how to get it back. So let me be clear. I am not saying you shouldn't love or that love isn't important. It's essential. It's the glue that connects us to one another. But there is a difference between loving deeply and letting love define who you are and where you're headed. You see, love is supposed to complement your purpose, not override it. And too often, we let the excitement, the promise, the intoxicating feeling of love blind us to that truth. We trade pieces of ourselves, small pieces at first, then bigger pieces, until one day we look up and don't even recognize who we've become. What if I told you that love and purpose can coexist and should coexist? That the right kind of love will encourage you to pursue your passions, your dreams, your purpose with everything you have. That the right kind of love won't just be a distraction, but a source of support, lifting you up as you climb toward your destiny. That the person who truly loves you will want you to be the best version of yourself, someone who is whole, complete, and living in alignment with your soul's calling. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Doesn't that sound like the kind of love we all should be striving for? But here is the thing. Purpose is not something you can just stumble into. It's not a treasure you find by accident. It's something you have to discover, nurture, protect, and fight for. It requires courage, tenacity, and often the ability to walk alone. to stand up for yourself even when it feels like everyone around you is trying to pull you in a different direction. It's taking the kind of inner strength that comes from knowing who you are, what you want, and refusing to settle for anything less. Now, I know that's not easy. It's hard to stand firm in your purpose when life constantly throws distraction your way. It's hard when the world tells you that you should be chasing love, a ring, a perfect partner. It's hard to see beyond the immediate when the people around you seem to have it all figured out. But let me ask you, are you living their life or are you living your own? There is a phrase I want you to remember. Don't let love blind you to purpose. It sounds simple, but it's one of the most important lessons you can learn. If you love someone, truly love someone, you should never lose sight of who you are, what you're meant to do, or what lights you up from the inside. If anything, that love should fuel your journey. It should inspire you to be bolder, to chase your dreams even harder. And here is something I want you to think about. What if your purpose is so powerful, so important, that the right partner will come because you're walking in it? What if your destiny is not to settle for something less, but to inspire others, to make a difference in the world, to leave behind a legacy that will be remembered long after you're gone? The truth is, you are more than just someone's partner. You are a unique, valuable, irreplaceable human being with a mission only you can accomplish. Don't trade that for a ring or a title or a temporary sense of belonging. Your life, your purpose is too important to let anything or anyone distract you from it. Now I want you to ask yourself, am I living my life for me? Or have I been living it for someone else's idea of who I should be? I want you to promise yourself that you won't settle. Promise yourself that you won't let love blind you to your true calling. Promise yourself that you will live boldly, unapologetically, in pursuit of your destiny. Because in the end, the world doesn't need more people to simply exist. The world needs people who are alive, who are on fire, who are living with purpose. So, my friend, don't just carry with you the idea of love. Carry with you the idea of living more authentic, purposeful life. And when you find someone who walks beside you on that journey, someone who celebrates that light within you, then you will know that you've found the right kind of love. But don't wait for love to define you. You were born to define yourself. Thank you.